round of applause. Let's begin with some ground rules of a meeting. Firstly, please switch on your video to make the session more interactive and lively. At Toastmasters, we try and use English as a mode of communication language. In case if you have any another language, please provide a translation. If you choose to talk about sex, religion, politics during our meeting, please do it responsibly and in manner it doesn't create any mutual conflict of interest among the club members. On these restricted topics, it is recommended to your content review from your mentor, VP Education, or club president before presenting it on stage. Keep away your cell phone on mutes. Always use a stop button for raise of hand if you want to speak. Mute your microphone unless you're not speaking. Please applaud passionately and loudly for our performer. Now it's time to read out the mission statement of the club to provide a supportive learning and in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills. Without a further ado, I would like to call upon our president. He is none other than TM Toastmaster Adesh. I think Toastmaster
Adesh is not yet over.
Over to you, Toastmaster Ritesh.
Yeah. Thank you so much, our Sergeant at Arms, Rajesh, for enthusiastically opening this meeting. And we are all here to celebrate the eve of our 74th Republic Day. So I'll start with a quote: freedom in the mind, strength in the words, pureness in our blood, pride in our souls, zeal in our hearts. Let's celebrate our 74th Republic Day of our Toastmasters We Have to Lead Club. I warmly welcome to all my dear friends of Toastmaster and guests. As we are, TM Adesh is yet to join the meeting, we can start today's meeting. So I would like to introduce our guest, Toastmaster Darshan. Yeah, hi Toastmaster Darshan.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You're audible. So you can introduce yourself for.
Sure. So my name is Darshan and I belong to Central Delhi Toastmasters Club. And I've been the organizer for the coach trainings in District 41. And currently I am Area E1 CGD and Area E2 PQD and logistics manager. Also supporting the clubs in District 124 and District 121. And I've been Toastmaster since 2 years now and been there in the Wave to Lead meetings earlier also in the last year and looking forward for this auxiliary role opportunity. Thank you so much, Ritesh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Darshan, for joining with us today. And I can truly say, like, in the span of 2 years, you have been traveled a very, very successful path in Toastmasters, and we truly believe that you will join us, and you will be a guiding source for all of our Toastmasters. So thank you, Darshan, for joining us. Now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Ira to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello everybody. I am Toastmaster Ira Pallavi. I am from the Dehradun WIC India Club, and currently I'm residing in Rishikesh. But you can say I've stayed in Delhi for more than 25 years, so I'm a Delhiite otherwise. And I'm the current VP of the club, so that's I think how we got in touch. So, and I'm looking forward to this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ira, for joining us today. And I can truly feel the temperature of Rishikesh and Delhi. So welcome to Virtually Toastmaster Club, and I hope you will get a learning platform in Virtually Toastmaster Club. Now I'd like to invite our guest, Toastmaster Pramod, who has been with us in most of our meetings. So you can introduce yourself for all of us. Toastmaster Pramod, your voice is not audible to us.
Sir, you're on mute, I think.
Pramoji, you can check your Bluetooth. You are connected with that.
Or
Might be.
the main host can also unmute, sir.
Okay, I'll try once. A little bit, but breaking. So maybe a network issue. So Toastmaster Pramod, we are able to hear a little bit, maybe a network issue. So you can rejoin with us. So it might solve the issue. So in the meantime, we have Toastmaster Drisha. Toastmaster Drisha.
Yes, I hope I am completely audible.
Yes, yes, yes. You can introduce yourself to the club, and I'll request if you come on the video so that we can have a good.
Yes, I'm just trying to figure out my background, but please don't mind. But I'll just still turn on my video. So hello everyone, my name is Disha and I'm from Capital City Toastmasters. Some of you might be knowing me, some of you won't, but it's all right. I'm gonna make myself familiar in this club, don't worry. So I'm here in this club just to have new experiences. And yes, today I would be delivering like one of my speeches and looking forward to a great meeting and experience.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Drisha, for joining with us today. And I truly remember you have helped us, the Wayfully Toastmaster Club, in our previous meeting by acting as a Toastmaster TMOD of the club. So thanks for that. And we have Toastmaster Adesh with us, I believe. Toastmaster Adesh. Okay. So in the meantime, Toastmaster Adesh.
Can you hear me, Toastmaster Ritesh?
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be just with you. Just give me 2 minutes. There's a network issue going on still. Just give me 2 minutes.
Sure. Okay. So, Toastmaster Pramod. Yeah. No, actually, we are still not able to hear you.
In the meantime, I think Ritesh, you should start the meeting. We are getting late. It's 7:20.
Now we start the meeting. So today I'll be acting as the TMOD of the day, and will start my proceedings of the meeting. So a very warm welcome and a very happy 74th Republic Day to all of you. Let's celebrate this Republic Day with all our hearts and all our energies together. So I just want a question to all Toastmasters and our guests, like, what comes first when you hear the Republic Day? So anyone from the audience? Yes, Toastmaster Ira?
A lot of things comes to my mind, but primarily it's a day off.
Yeah.
And I have since childhood where I used to stay, there used to be the route to India Gate. So that's very deeply rooted in my mind. I have very good memories of those. So those memories come to my mind.
Okay. So in the continuation of our meeting, let's hear some good memories from you. So definitely, any other person in the meeting who wants to? Yeah, Suraj, Toastmaster Suraj.
I think when it's come to Independence Day, so the thing is that comes into my mind is sweets.
Seats.
Sweets.
Sweets. Yes, definitely. How we can forget the foods that we get in our school days? Definitely.
Yeah.
So Toastmaster, Toastmaster Priyanka?
One thing that comes in my mind is the march, which goes from India Gate to the Rajghat and other places, and the students who are wearing very good and charming clothes and showing the different states' culture and the ways we are living in India in different languages, different reasons. So it's a mix of lots of things, I think. So
Truly,
that's a memorable thing for me. And we struggle hard to get in front of the parade or in front of the march, which is running in front of us. So that was a exciting feeling for us.
truly, Priyanka. So I am guessing that you have attended the parade live.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
that's the one of the finest moment. I haven't not been able to attend it live, but yeah, I can truly say that it was a very good moment to attend the parade live. So yes, Toastmaster Adesh, which I was asking, like, what comes first when you hear the word 26th January or Republic Day?
Okay, first of all, good evening, everybody. Sorry I'm late. There were some network issues. And welcome to all the guests who are here, Toastmaster Ira, Toastmaster Pramod. I am Adesh, the president of Weekly Toastmasters Club, even timer Toastmaster Darshan. Welcome to the club. As such, in Republic Day, I would just say that already Toastmaster Priyanka has mentioned the Republic Day parade. I think that is iconic. I'm currently in Delhi. So obviously, if you don't mention the Republic Day parade, it is not going to be complete as a sentence itself. I also believe that all the floats which come on the Republic Day parade, they are especially for different organizations as well as states. It tells that India is truly diversified. So there is unity in diversity. So I believe that is what Republic Day truly means in India. Anyway, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritesh. That's all for the question.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Adesh, and I truly agree with the Toastmaster Adesh. Like it unites all of us with these festivities and other things. So now I'll go through the how the meeting will proceed today. So we have a pathway speaker and the evaluation. So we have one speaker and one evaluation, and then we have a tag team. So I like to introduce our tag team. So first, sorry, I'd like to introduce the general evaluator, and so today's general evaluator is Toastmaster Rajesh. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh, for inviting me once again. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Rajesh Kumar, and today I will be doing role as a general evaluator. And in today's meeting, our auxiliary role players will going to help us. So firstly, I would like to call upon our timer, Toastmaster Darshan. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Darshan.
General. Thank you so much. Well, we are talking about the Republic Day in 2 days' time, 1 day time. The beauty of our country lies in that when a person from the lower background has got the opportunity to make the constitution of the country. There was a lot of discrimination happening in our country at that time. And there comes the spark and the ignition from within. The most of the people at that time thought that we could be the ones who will win the race. But whosoever thought that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar would be the one would form the structure of our country. Well, a very happy Republic Day to all of you. I know it's tomorrow, but yeah, we're meeting today. In Toastmasters, the timing is really important. And I'll share my screen to let you know what are the structure of the speakers, how will they go about in the timing. Can somebody give me the access? I'm to share the screen.
Yes, Toastmaster Darshan, you can share the screen now.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have a speaker as for the speech segment for the prepared speakers. My screen will go green at 5 minutes. My screen will go yellow at 6 and will go red at 7 minutes. There is a buffer time, that is a bonus time of 30 seconds on the upper side, like 7 minutes 30 seconds. After that, if you want to speak, you will be disqualified as a speaker. And there is a buffer time also on the lower side. If you're going to speak for 4 minutes 30 seconds, you'll be get disqualified. I will present my report in the general evaluation segment later on and will let you know how can we save the time to make the overall meeting experience good. Well, that's all from my introduction. I hand over the stage back to Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan, for elaborating your role. Now,
Just a second, I just missed about the table topics. The table topics speakers have the time 1 to 2 minutes, and the green card will be shown at the 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and the red card will be shown at the 2 minutes. Back to Mr. General Evaluator.
thank you, Toastmaster Darshan. You talked about your role very nicely. And now I would like to call upon our counter. He is Toastmaster Suraj. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good evening, my fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. I am playing the role of AH counter today. It is my responsibility to take note down all the repeated sound, pauses, and repeated words used by speakers, auxiliary role players, evaluators, and table topic speakers. These words break the confidence of these words break the flow of speeches, and therefore speakers loses confidence. So I request to everyone, please take the pause whenever it is required and try to avoid these words as much as it is possible. And I will present my report when called upon by General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator, TM Rajesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. Definitely, we will take pause whenever we will frame sentence. So now I would like to call upon grammarian. I think in today's meeting we do not have any grammarian. So I want to ask.
I'm playing the role of grammarian.
Okay.
Yeah, please, Toastmaster
Okay.
can do the role of grammarian also today. No issues.
Yeah, Toastmaster Priyanka, you can proceed now.
Yeah. So grammar is the logic of speech, even as logic is the grammar of reason. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We all know the importance of grammar in our life. Like if we talk with someone and our grammar is inappropriate, then might be someone is not poking at us at that time, but definitely it will comes in his or her mind later on. So be accurate on your grammar. So today I am the grammarian of today's meeting, and my key responsibility is to check all the good usage and bad usage of the grammar and words throughout the meeting. Secondly, my key responsibility is to introduce the word of the day and idiom of the day. So I have already shared the word of the day. Word of the day is perceptible. That the meaning is that can be seen or felt. So if you has used the word perceptible, then it's fine. If you use the word imperceptible, then it's also fine. So examples of perceptible: barely perceptible change in color. So it's a minor change or something that can be seen or felt. Another example is the sound was barely perceptible. There was a perceptible change in audience mood. So you can use the word of the day. Secondly, the idiom of the day. Idiom of the day is get your act together. The meaning hereby to organize yourself so that you can do something properly. Example, if he doesn't get his act together, he is going to lose his job. I hope you all would like to improve upon your vocabulary and idioms. So it's my request, it's my humble request that use the word of the day as maximum you can use and idiom of the day. I will back with my report at the end of the session. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for elaborating your role. Now, In the end of the meeting, I will give my feedback. So back to you, Toastmaster Ritesh.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rajesh, for introducing the tag team and introducing your role in the meeting. Now, I'd like to proceed my role as a team mod. So let's roll back the present era back to 75 or 76 years back, when we are just got our independence from the with the so much of struggle and so much of brave hearts of our of all our people in the freedom struggle. And to run the diversification of our country, to run so much of varieties in the whole country. We have so much of princely states, and we have so many states which are fighting with each other. And to unite those things, we certainly need some rules and regulations so that we can bind all the people together in one sector, and we have a fully regulated country in the whole world. So to have that idea, we our president and have constituted, I mean, the Aman Roy basically has constituted the drafting the Constituent Assembly, and that Constituent Assembly has established the drafting committee. In that drafting committee, there were around 300 members that participated, and that debated over the constitution, over the rules that needs to be implemented, that needs to be required for all our countrymen to be united. And want to ask the audience, do we know the years that it required to construct the constitution? In any guesses, and any guesses can be fine. 1 year, 2 year, 3 years.
I guess three years. In 47 we got freedom, and in 1950 we got the constitution in January.
True. So to be precise, the constitution, I mean, the drafting committee started its work around in December 1947, if I'm not wrong, and it went till 26th of November 1950. So to be precise, it took around 2 years, 11 months, and 17 days. So this much of time has been required or has been invested so that we are living today in a very free world, in a very free country. We have our own decisions with out of the clutches of British Empire. So we can imagine the intensity of the constitution it took to build and to run that much of to run the country of that much of population. Now I'd like to proceed the meeting with our first speaker, Toastmaster Drishya. Toastmaster Drishya is the member of Capital City of Toastmaster. She is into speaking and writing poetries. She is also an open mic enthusiast, and she's currently pursuing psychology honors. So before calling Drishya, I'd like to invite Toastmaster Ira Pallavi, who is the evaluator of Toastmaster Drishya. Over to you, Toastmaster Ira.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritesh. Toastmaster Drishya is giving her level 3 speech 1 of the pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of this particular project is to understand the types of persuasive speech and deliver the persuasive speech in a meeting. So over to you, Ritesh, Toastmaster Ritesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ira. The unbreakable prison, Toastmaster Drishya, the unbreakable prison.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh. Have you ever wondered that you are in a whole place that is totally open? You can breathe there, you can walk there, you can roam around there. But the only thing you can't do is grow. The only thing you can't do is what you really want to do. Have you ever really found yourself in such a place? Have you ever really found yourself in a place where you feel totally constructed, yet you cannot do anything? Well, yes, it's the harsh truth of everybody's life. In today's time, each one of us is living in a space, in a sphere where we are all fighting that one comfort zone of ours, where we are not able to come out of it, and yet we are facing its ill consequences, its ramifications. And yes, its whole effects is totally perceptible. So today, I'm talking about that prison that all of you, including me, in some extent, we are in there, the unbreakable prison. That is our comfort zone. Now you might be wondering, our comfort zone, such a cliched and topic that we all come across and we all know that it exists in the current world today in everybody's life. But what's new that I'm going to talk about? Well, it's nothing new. But here in my speech, I'm going to make sure I'm going to highlight on three things as to why we keep on staying in our comfort zone. Point number one, we fear the reality. We fear what is happening. We really do not want to actually face what is currently happening in our world. We do not want to face the reality because we are totally afraid of the fact, what if I'm not in the right path? What if I leave my comfort zone and that happens? We do not want to face the current reality because reality is often harsh and often tough in the current terms and in the current world. So point number one, that we do not want to face reality and yet we resort to avoidance. But yes, it's not a really good way and we shouldn't be resorting to that. Point number two, have you ever been in a place where you are just wondering, okay, what will happen in the future? And that has caused the whole overthinking in your mind. Well, exactly. This is the point that I'm going to talk about. Overthinking and unpredictability. We are humans, we are social beings. Ever since the evolutionary times, we have been totally afraid of something that has been unpredictable or something that is not really sure. We have really been afraid of that. And that evolutionary rate continues even to till today's date. And that is exactly what keeps us going in our comfort zone. We are totally afraid of what's going to happen in the future. We do not want any negative consequences. We really do not want to face any harsh consequences. And that is the reason we keep on staying in that comfort zone. And that's why it is all in our head, it's all in our mind, it's all in our thinking, that how we think about our comfort zone, that if something bad happens, we are going to stay in the same place. Coming to the least but not last point, point number three. Have you been in a place, in a covered blanket or in a bed, so warm in a cold, chilly morning, and you really do not want to come out of the bed? I'm sure all of you here must have faced that feeling, especially in the winters that we are having these days. And you are so comfortable in your blanket and the so-called razai that we say, that you really do not want to go for work, you really do not for your college, do not want to go for any kind of work. You just want to stay there because the feeling is so comfortable, because the feeling is so attaching. And that is the reason again why we keep on staying in our comfort zone. The feeling is very comfortable, the feeling is very secure. We humans are social beings and we always crave for comfort, security, attachment. And that is why we keep on staying at that one place where we are feeling comfortable at. We do not want to make a huge jump. We do not want to make a leap. We just want to stay at the place we are. But we humans fail to understand that if we are going to stay at our comfort zone, how in life are we ever going to climb up to greater heights? Or how are we ever going to move on in life or grow in life for that matter? So now that we know that these are the three particular perceptual reasons that why we stay in our comfort zone, let me tell you how can we get out of it. Yes, these solutions might seem a little bit cliche, a lot of repetitive ones, but still, let's have a hear on them. So, firstly, you can take small steps. You can always take small steps in life so that you are constantly motivated in life. You are not really pressurized into taking new leaps and progresses, etc. And second thing you can do is rewarding yourself. Well, rewarding is something that, see, small little rewards are something that all of us humans crave. If we are not motivated enough, or if we are not rewarding ourselves, soon it is going to get monotonous. Soon it is going to be getting very boring, and soon we would be totally demotivated to continue. And third thing, just remember the motive that you started with. In life, having a clear motive or a clear purpose is a very important thing and a very big thing in life. Till the time you're not clear, till the time you do not have a motive to do a particular thing, you won't do it. So once you are clear, once you have a motive, once you have a purpose, you are straight on to moving out of your comfort zone. Second, reward yourself whenever you can. Small rewards can lead to a big chunk. And yes, just to test your attention, the third thing, what did I mention? Can I have it in the chat box? Until the time you are mentioning it in the chat box, apart from rewarding, apart from having confidence in yourself, another pro tip is that just have that big confidence in yourself that yes, I can do that. If somebody else can do that, so can I. And I'm a human just like anybody else. So the good news is that the unbreakable prison, the so-called unbreakable prison, is really breakable. Go out of your comfort zone because that is your enemy. And that is your enemy which is not letting you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Drisha, giving a beautiful message of that life exists when you break your own prison of comfort zone. Now, moving on, I just want to share one thing with the WLTC club and our guests that we as a club is being represented by Toastmaster Adesh as the table topic speaker for the area F4, area F4, if I'm not wrong, Toastmaster Adesh. Yeah, and we won the table topics at the area level F4, and it was represented by Toastmaster Adesh. So let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Adesh for winning the trophy for the club. So if you want to share something, Adesh, the experience which you had and the trophy especially.
Of course, Toastmaster Desh. I will just blur my background for 1 minute and then
Sure.
let's see. Yeah. One second. Okay, so we did win the Toastmasters award. Can you just highlight it? I'll just watch your background. I'll just none filters. Okay. Anyway, Toastmasters, this is for all of you because we won the Toastmasters trophy for table topics at the area F4 level. And we'll continue to perform in the division level at F for division F. Also, I would like to announce that 2 of our Toastmasters were also as the tag team in that contest, Toastmaster Suraj and Toastmaster Rajesh. So a big round of applause for them as well. So Toastmaster Nidhi has already appreciated a lot of effort which they have put in that. So we as a club are trying to do our best to show our recognition everywhere. And with today's also meeting, we hope that you enjoy, even all the other guests also enjoy. Thank you so much.
Many congratulations, Toastmaster Adesh, for winning the trophy for our club. And I can truly perceptile that we are progressing in a very healthy and learning manner of Weave to Lead Toastmaster Club. Now, moving forward. Yes, so I was back with the topic of our day. And do we know, as the Constitution of India has been made has been completed on 26th of November 1949, but still we celebrate it on 26th of January 1950. So is there any specific reason behind it, or it was just as random as we think? So any guesses from the audience? No guesses? Okay. So I just also came to know it's very, I mean, I was astonished by, the why we celebrate on 26th of January 1950 instead of celebrating it on 26th of November 1949, because in 1930, the International Congress has called the Purna Swaraj on 26th of January 1930. So in order, Purna Swaraj from the British dominance rule. So in order to denote that date of 26th of January 1930, the leaders decided to enact the Constitution on 26th of January 1950, so that we have a remembrance of that day also, which is so much importance of being called the Purna Swaraj. So that's the main reason why we celebrate the 26th of January as a Republic Day instead of celebrating it on the 26th of November 1949. Though 26th of November 1949 is also celebrated as the Day of Constitution, as it has been, as the Constitution has completed on that day. So this was just one of the reason. This was the reason why we celebrate the Republic Day on 26th of January. Now, we also know that our constitution is the biggest constitution in the whole world. I mean, in US also there are, before that, let me also introduce that right now in our constitution, there are 448 articles in 25 parts, having 12 schedules also. So this long is our constitution. And our constitution, and in the US also we have some on 9 to 10 articles only. In Australia also we have around 144 or around 150 articles. But in India we have so much of it is the lengthiest constitution in the whole world. And our constitution is mixed, have been taken from various countries also. Like we have taken the constitution up, some ideas has been taken from Australia, Canada, Ireland, Japan, USSR, UK, US, Germany, South Africa, and France. So it's a blend of so much of ideologies so that our country can live a healthy and rightful path. Next, I'd like to call the table topics master of proceeding in our meetings. Next, we call upon the Toastmaster Adesh to guide us with the table topics as table topic master. So over to you, Toastmaster Adesh.
Toastmaster Adesh, don't we have the second speaker today?
No, actually, Toastmaster Mohit has been not joined us with us today. So we won't have the second speech. So
okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Tej. Today, I will be a table topics master. It is a special meeting. I hope everybody knows India and its facts very well today, because I'll be testing you in a sense on how well you know India, and can you speak about it for 2 minutes at least? Okay, the main rules for table topics are, I will be showing a table topic on the screen, and a speaker has to speak for at least 1 to 2 minutes and 30 seconds margin on either side. The timer can make a note of the same. If a speaker speaks less than 1 minute in a table topic, he is automatically disqualified for the rewards today. And if your speaker exceeds 2 minutes and 30 seconds, the same applies. In table topics, you don't get a time to think. As such, when the first gesture or the first note is made for the audience, you are encouraged to speak because your timer has started. Can anyone tell me, out of all the people sitting here, how many of you know that India became a republic in 1950? As Toastmaster Ritesh has already informed you, yes or no? I want a raise of hands. How many know that India has become a republic in 1950? I think everybody was paying attention at that point of time. So with that basic fact in mind, that if you know that India has become a republic in 1950, I think you also know a lot about India in its own self. If not, our speakers today will also guide you on the same. Okay, any volunteers for table topics today? Any volunteers today for table topics? Our guests can go first. Toastmaster Pramod, would you like to go for table topic first? Of course, sure, why not? I'll be sharing my screen. Just give me a minute. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. From the beginning, we are starting. So today's theme for table topics, which I have kept, is celebrating our republic, incredible India. I would like anyone to start with Toastmaster Pramod. We are going to start today, and other speakers can also share if they want that. Yes, we can move next. Just give me a second. Your Toastmaster Pramod, your table topic for today is Digital India. Please, Toastmaster Pramod, you can start with the same topic. I'm stopping the share.
Digital India. Digital is the current age, is a digital age, as is deemed today. And everything is going digital nowadays. We are doing digital shopping, digital purchase, online shopping, and everything. And India, although lagging behind in the computerization, they started computerization very late in our country. But at present, we are dipping very fast in this field of digital India. And after the outcome of this new government, we have launched many new things like UPI payment, that is a very good achievement, RuPay card. And RuPay card, the launch of RuPay card has been so aggressive that even Visa and MasterCard, which have been dominant in this field since many years, many decades later, they are also crying for the help from Government of America to control the RuPay, growth of RuPay. And digital, then after this monetary field, digital banking has also been there. And after that, now the Government of India is going to launch digital university as well. And by that, they want to spread the education to all the up to grassroots level of our country. And Corona has also been an added advantage in making the digital India ahead, moving. Earlier, the VC or the Zoom meeting was never heard of. Now, even the courts, even the district courts or even the courts in rural areas are moving on digital platforms, and they are conducting the regular hearing and court proceedings on VC mode. And in foreseeable future, we are planning all our tribunals should go on digital mode, on VC mode, where the physical presence is not that much necessary. Let us see when it will fructify. And for that, security is a major concern, because in India, we are habitual of using the pirated softwares. That is a big problem. It is said that Nehru Place is one of the biggest market in the world of pirated software. And this pirated software create a cause of concern. And if we do not mend our act together, it is going to be a disaster for us. That we have to mend our ways and for that security reasons, and only then our digital India movement can go ahead in a safer way. Else, it can be a major problem. Recently, one of the bank was also sabotaged. The site of the bank was also sabotaged, and it was a problem. And very recently, AIMS was also there. Medical, think AIMS are also there. I was not sure the green or yellow card. Thank you very much. Anyway, thank you very much.
Make a note that Toastmaster Pramod was not shown the green and yellow card. Otherwise, his table topic will be counted today. Yes, because Toastmaster, I think Darshan was not present at that point.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm so
you so
sorry,
much,
my
Toastmaster
internet
Pramod.
got disconnected.
Yeah, there may be some problem. No, no
No
issue.
No issue.
It's all right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Welcome to Toastmaster Pramod. I think a huge round of applause. Toastmaster Pramod, sir, with such nice articulation. He has said so many things about digital India, and I am proud that somebody knows that much about it. Otherwise, people just say, yes, digital India, pandemic. That's all, nothing else.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Toastmaster Pramod. And let's move on. Any other volunteers? Toastmaster Ira, would you like to try?
Sure.
Yeah, Toastmaster Ira was nervous when I said it would be Tessie or GK. So let's see if Toastmaster Ira knows about the next topic. Okay,
Let's
this
see.
is so common, Toastmaster Ira, that I think you will enjoy talking about it. And everybody has seen this topic in their school level. Can you see it?
Yeah, I mean, the last time I went to school was ages ago, so I've kind of wiped off half of the thing from that day. Okay. When we talk about national animals and national birds, we are from childhood made to mug up. Tiger, peacock, the flower is the lotus, and everything has to be mugged up, prim and proper. But we really don't understand the relevance of these titles, because what does so tiger is the national animal or peacock is the national bird or something? What does it mean to a 5-year-old child? It's a question in a mark in the question paper, which is 1 mark, and that is the relevance for the child, and that is where the travesty or the tragedy is. Because the tiger is not just an animal which you remember and write because in the question paper, it is an animal which has been associated with our identity. So it is grand, it is powerful, it is fearful, and it is something to be reckoned with. You remember this poem, Tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. Oh, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy symmetry. That is what India is. India is something that is so fearful and that is so powerful and that is so possible to adapt to situations that normal person cannot really understand what India is. Talk to a foreigner and they think India is enigma. It is beyond. It is no longer snake charmers and elephants. It is not even no longer BPOs. It is something beyond that. It is changing, it is dynamic, and it is ready to meet the next chapter in life. That is what India is, and that is what our national animal is for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ira. A huge round of applause for you. And I really enjoyed the perception which you gave for the national animal, because at that point of time, we don't appreciate much the national bird and national animal. They are just symbols to mug up. And it is a reality which we have all faced. And I think today people might also not take up the topic which you have said. They will just say, yes, India's national animal is the Royal Bengal tiger. You find it in Sundarbans. It is, it is located there. Okay, the peacock is very common, but I think the perception which you gave, the idea which you gave was something unique. So I really appreciated it. Let's move to the next start. Any other volunteers? We have a lot of table topics today. I know we don't have a speaker. So any other volunteers? Toastmaster Priyanka, why not?
Sure.
Okay, Toastmaster Priyanka, do you want a GK style topic? Are you comfortable with any topic which I give you? So
Any topic.
any topic, then oh wow, then I can try something new with you. This one is actually being asked a lot these days, and people might have different views about it. Let's see if Toastmaster Priyanka can share her light on.
Thank you, TM Adesh. You can, yeah. Few days back, I was planning to go out with my family on vacation, and I was surprised because I don't know much about trains. I want to go a train journey as we are missing train journey since COVID times. And our neighbor who is also living in the area earlier. So he is from Varanasi and we want to travel Varanasi, want to see the ghats and everything. So I inquired about the trains and he suggested me that you can go with Vande Bharat. I searched on internet regarding this Vande Bharat Express and I was surprised. It was cheaper. Secondly, it was less time consuming. Like normal trains are taking the time around 12 hours and it is taking only 8 hours. Superb timings, comfortable, and yes, at cheaper cost. The cost which I was getting in another train was around 1650. And for that, I'm only paying 1150. So I'm saving 1000 rupees per person. So that's an advantage of the train which our government had introduced. And I also checked a few other trains which are super fast right now. Like I am from a Jain background. So I want to go to a pilgrimage, Mahavir Ji. We used to go there. And the super fast train which government has initiated took only 3 hours early morning, and by the time 11 a.m. we used to reach there. Otherwise, if I go by my car, then it take more than 6 hours by car, and it's a private car, not a commercial one. So I really appreciate the initiative which our government is taking to privatize. Might be it's a privatization which help us to get the journey comfortably at cheaper rate and yes, comfortable also. So I really appreciate Government of India initiatives for the trains. Yes, they are taking some advantages, like you will not get the seat at a lower seat, you will not get. If you book in Tatkal, then definitely you will get the lower seats. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. Actually, I also wanted to share Vande Bharat Express is very affordable, though it has been in news recently when a person was clicking a selfie in Vande Bharat Express and that express left, right? That uncle is so viral these days. So I wanted to mention that as well. Because, and plus Vande Bharat Express is getting crashed also many times with kettle. Many incidents have been happening on that way front as well. So it has been in news recently. As Toastmaster Priyanka mentioned, Indian train journey mostly nowadays Rajdhani and Shatabdi. Now Vande Bharat has also entered it. And I wanted everyone to try this topic because many people are using this as a table topic these days. So why not? Okay. Next.
Vande Bharat is totally chair car, no lower or upper berth.
Of course, yeah, it is a chair car actually. If it was Master Priyanka, that is like
I'm talking about the general trains. Like
yeah,
I have booked.
Oh yeah, I get your point. Okay.
So just want to add Yeah, just want to add that what TM Adish has mentioned, that a person has been caught up in train. So he went for around 200 kilometers, and
Yeah.
and then the doors got open and he released from there. So that was a very interesting, or you can say it funny incident.
Yeah, so that person actually just boarded the train for one sole reason, that he wanted a selfie in Vande Bharat, and the train doors closed automatically. The poor guy had to travel 200 kilometers just because he wanted a selfie. So that is
free
how
of cost, no? He had enjoyed journey free of cost.
yeah, that is true. Anyway, let's move on. Any other volunteers for table topics today? We have a lot of table topics going on at this point of
I
time.
want to add, government should pay something to that person because he had promoted the train.
True, true. Okay, TM Suraj, would you like one topic?
Yeah, sure, TM Adis.
Okay, so I'm asking it to everybody. Are you comfortable with GK, or do you want a very regular type of topic?
I think I will go with the regular topic.
Okay, regular topic. Fine, Toastmaster Suraj. Let's give you a regular topic. This is a topic which is extremely close to my heart because you'll know the reason very soon. Toastmaster Suraj, can you see the topic?
Okay, thank you for this. I think this is a, I would say I also like this topic very much because I'm foodie. So when it's come to about talking Indian cuisine, so I would say like India is like a very diverse country. So there are so many foods here. You can say North Indian food, in which that we include Rajasthani food, Punjabi food. So these we'll consider these as a North Indian food. Like second, when it's come to the second is South Indian food. Like you can say like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil. These are the state that are famous for their South Indian foods. Apart from this, I also like very much. I would say like fast food. So you can say these fast food like basically related to you can say Assamese or like momos or chow mein and you can consider like all these things. And I also like Maharashtrian food, especially pav bhaji, misal pav. When I was in Bombay, I used to eat a lot pav bhaji and misal pav because when misal pav is like something misal pav is a dish like it's like not exactly sweet. It's like a khatta. You can say in Hindi word I would say. So I also I would say like I would like I assume that everybody likes Indian food here. So that's all from my side. TM Aris.
So much, Toastmaster Suraj. Obviously, I'm also, I think, the fifth or sixth most favorite cuisine all around the world. So it is more, let's say, people like it across the world. That's why I chose this as a topic. Can anyone tell me what's their favorite dish? Anybody? What's their favorite Indian dish? Yes, Toastmaster Suraj.
My favorite Indian dish is like butter chicken.
Butter chicken, obviously. Okay, Toastmaster Ira.
I don't have a dish. That's the problem. I always get flummoxed with this question is because I like butter chicken. I also like, golgappe. I like street food. I like South Indian food. So don't ask me what's favorite. Tell me what you're feeding. That's it. That's
Oh,
my
great.
favorite.
Now that's a line.
That's the true sense. Everyone has, I think so.
Because there's so much to choose from. We are spoiled for choice here. So obviously. Toastmaster Priyanka, any favorite dishes?
Yeah, dal bati. Dal bati.
Dal makhani. Veg. Although butter chicken has already been coated. Non-veg butter chicken has been coated. Veg dal makhani.
Dal makhani. Yes, obviously everybody's favorite dal makhani. Classic. Toastmaster Rajesh, what about you?
My favorite dish is Shahi Paneer. And whenever I go to any restaurant or anywhere, I love to eat Shahi Paneer, Shahi Paneer, Shahi Paneer. And even that, like, which restaurants I go, that person also know. I will order only this food only.
Toastmaster Trishya and Darshan, would you like to participate? Any favorite dishes you have?
I would have to say dosa and appam, although it's quite plain, but yes, that's quite the essence of it.
Oh, great. Toastmaster Darshan?
Well, nothing beats aloo parantha in the morning with butter.
Now that's something interesting, right? Nobody mentions aloo parathas, though. Everybody mentions some Indian fancy dish. But yes, everybody enjoys aloo parathas. So I think we've covered the entire spectrum here, from North Indian, South Indian, and people, thank God, have not mentioned pizza, burger, French fries.
But we've made that Indian also. We
Yeah,
have
so we
paneer
have
tikka
made
masala
Indian
pizza.
fusion. There was a joke long back that a parantha went abroad and became a pizza in Italy when it immigrated to. So we have immigrated everywhere in the world. It went to Mexico, it became a taco. So that's how it happens. Indian food is, I think, iconic, and everybody should have at least one Indian dish. My favorite is actually naan. I love naan uh, with everything. So because you can have naan in so many ways, and plus, even if it is not like a proper Indian dish, this Indian bread goes with everything. So that is one of my favorite dishes. Plus, if you think that I don't enjoy Indian food, I love it so much that I also can't decide, like Toastmaster Aira, that yes, which dish to have. Let's move on to the next table. Toastmaster Darshan, would you try?
I want to share, like, I was been.
Oh, we forgot Toastmaster Ritesh. Yes, Toastmaster Ritesh, your favorite dish. Our team
Yes.
mod today.
Yes, so mine is chole bhature, idli, dosa,
Yes.
and all the dishes that you have mentioned. So being a veg, so I truly like to eat naan, and yes. But most importantly, mine is chole bhature and idli dosa. Anytime for it. Over to you, dear
I
Madesh.
think chole bhature, when you said chole bhature, my only reply was yes. Because chole bhature is one thing where for every North Indian that they have had, especially for a person living in Delhi. If you don't know a nice chole bhature place, then obviously you are not living in Delhi.
True.
Let's move on to the next part. Toastmaster Darshan, would you try a table topic right now?
Themselves and taking the world forward in one direction. And India being the leader now, this is one of the biggest news for us, as we are the host of the next G20 meeting. And what I saw, the importance and the courage, the grit, determination with our Prime Minister was holding in the meetings there, and everybody was looking after him only. And that is something is proud moment for every Indian out there, because that was something which never happened. We saw there was the leaders coming in and going, they were having chats and meetings, they were having a lot of talks also. But this time around there was something very different that we saw. Everybody was up to PM Modi to seek the answers and what we can do as a world leaders, how we can eliminate terrorism, how we can eliminate the climate issues, how we can eliminate the global crisis of recessions. a lot of things happening out there in G20, and it's been a privilege and honor for India to host this time. And I hope the comment will do really well and will go bang out there to promote the country, as India is getting on the top now. Already the world's fifth economy, everybody is looking after us. So I really wish whatever is going to happen in the future, and India will remain on the top, and will seek all the answers from our Prime Minister. Over to Mr. Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshan. I think he was very informative. He touched all the points with the G20 itself. If you don't know, the G20 summit is happening in India this year, and India is holding the presidency for the G20. So G20 is a group of 20 nations, plus the European Union, and Spain is a member, which they call as guest. So I would just say that the G20 summit for India, maybe it is fruitful, maybe it is not. That is yet to be seen. But obviously, it does promote the country on the Republic Day. Can anyone tell me who's the guest on Republic Day parade tomorrow? Does anybody know here? Who's the Republic Day guest? Yes, this year the president of Egypt has been invited for the Republic Day for the first time. So can anybody else hear Toastmaster Pramod? I think his mic is not working. I think Toastmaster Pramod, your connection is a bit weak, so your voice is breaking. Anyway, we'll get back to you, Toastmaster Pramod. Anybody else who'd like to add something to the G20 here? If you know something else? No, everyone is silent. We are not having a GK quiz. Oh, Toastmaster Ritesh is here. Yes, Toastmaster Ritesh.
So just want to share, like recently in Pune, we have some delegates which were come from different cities and participated in a G20 meeting. So a week back, around 16th or 17th January, the meeting has been held. So I can say that the roads are being very well managed of that area. The the part where the delegates are coming has been whitewashed everywhere, and with a beautiful light. So it was a beautiful thing to watch city being decorated because of the G20 nation. So that's the thing I want to share with all of you.
Actually, what happens is this becomes a big topic in debates as well. Should we cover up the poverty of India when a delegation comes to India? Every time this is a topic which is there because they cover the slums, the poor areas, the dirtiness of India, which the other nations see.
We can
so
say
it is a debatable topic.
Debatable topic, but the lights are being light up, and with the roads have flags of every nations that we can
Modi
see.
is trying his best to make India look proud in front of the G20 summit. Toastmaster Pramod, can you talk now?
Am I audible now?
Yeah.
I think my Bluetooth was troubling me. I think President of Egypt is the chief guest.
Yes.
Republic Day, and he was very well astonished to see the guard of honor which was offered to him while on arrival at Delhi airport. And Modi is trying very well and to keep up the image of our country, and we should support him rather.
Of course,
He's also proud of our Indian achievements. Like Darshan was saying, we have achieved the 5th largest economy in the world. We are moving ahead. Let us hope for the best without taking into consideration any political line.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pramod.
I think
yes.
Yeah, there's just one line adding. I think we are on an upswing, irrespective of political affiliation. As a country, we are on an upswing, whether it be in cultural forefront also in the Western world. Slowly you will see a lot of representation of Indian culture is happening, and a lot of Indian comics are coming up, and there's an acknowledgement of a community as a whole. We are now coming in the forefront, so that is very endearing to see. I feel very happy when I see. In fact, yesterday I came across a Netflix program about 2 Indian Southeast Asian girls who are doing kung fu or something. I forget the name of the movie, but they were doing everything, all the moves, wearing a ghagra choli. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. Indian representation, Indian woman power. So yeah, it's all coming towards a good place. We're all getting
I'll
acknowledged for
just
that.
say that it's a good thing that you mentioned movies because the Oscars are coming and RRR is being a front runner this time. And now that is about the Indian freedom struggle. It was a surprise move on their part as well. So everybody is appreciating India this year in the entertainment field also. So that is there.
Somewhere the Panchtantra ki kahaniya is coming back.
True.
I think in your age, you were reading Harry Potter or like that.
Of course, my favorite one was Harry Potter.
Nowadays, we used to read this Panchtantra ki kahaniya or other things, or comics, Indrajal, etc. I think they are also coming back.
They are in vogue right now. Toastmaster Pramod. Everybody is reading them again because because it's like back in fashion type of statement going on with the Panchtantra and everything.
Also the idea of discussing culture has been normalized. You know, it's no longer you are being extra traditional. Marrying culture or culture into the present Western ideologies and seeing a balance somewhere in middle, that kind of outlook has been normalized, and that is why more and more younger generations are now trying to go back to reading. I mean, I would consider myself younger, and I'm trying to go back to reading the books, which, I wouldn't, otherwise think of. But now my curiosity has come up. Okay, what were they thinking, and how does that translate into the present world? So that has become very a good trend that is coming up. And even if you go on YouTube and stuff, there are a lot of content creators who are speaking on this. You have to take it with a grain of salt at places, but they're still, talking about it. So that is a good trend.
I think I also noticed that in like Western movies, they are making content in such a way that includes you can say Indian culture or I have seen in a lot of
the entire the DC Marvel story is the Eternals. You go back to Hindutva mythology and you'll find so many parallels. You're like, oh my God, they're referring to this god. Oh my God, they're referring to this ideology of Hindutva.
Right.
So if you are a comic fan, you'll really have a fun time, finding parallels.
Right. You can see in every in a show or a movie that I would say they're accepting Buddhism. So have you noticed in a movies or so they're Western is also expecting Indians roots.
I agree. Last but not least, just with the movies, one thing. There was a series lately, Miss Marvel. It was about the Indian partition which took place, and it has really incorporated Indian culture in it, as well as the Pakistani culture. So that is one series which is quite a hit. We have we have 3 minutes for one more table topic, and then we are going to the session. So anybody who will volunteer for the final table topic for the day? Then we'll move on to the final session of the meeting. Anybody?
Give me an easy one and I'll do it.
Toastmaster not today. Mr. Rajesh, are you there?
Yes, I'm.
Rajesh, which type of topic do you would like?
Please give me any normal and random. Please give me any easy topics.
Easy topics.
Yeah.
So
not that one cheeky topic. Because I'm good. I'm bad at history.
That works, right? So you'll give me good evaluations if I give you easy topics. No. You will deserve a nice topic.
Okay, you can give any topic.
Sure. It is very easy. Everybody knows about it, but let's say.
Okay, thank you, table topic master, for giving me this topic, dance. And what was that?
Dances and music of
and
India.
Dances and music of our India. So if I talk about like dance of India, we we know that we have different kind of dance. For example, Kathak. And if we go to different state, so you can see there are different kind of dance. For example, Uttarakhand, for example, Himachal, for example, Kashmir, and like state-wise. So basically, I'm from Himachal Pradesh. So we have our different kind of dance. Like in that dance, whenever we do that kind of dance, we make a circle and we hold people like this, and we call that dance nati. It's called nati. So that kind of dance is very seems very beautiful because we can enjoy with people, we can enjoy with our elder people, we can enjoy with our friends. So last time when I went to someone marriage, actually I'm very shy person, so I do not able to dance. I do not able to dance, but when I was doing that dance, I was feeling very much comfortable because in that dance, there were lots of people with me, and I was not feeling nervous. I was feeling very much comfortable, and I was feeling very much happy. And many people were with me that time. Many girls, many my friends, and we were dancing, and I felt very good. So this is from my side, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajesh. I think I'm from Punjab, so Bhangra and Gidda are there, which I would mention because obviously promoting Punjab in front of so many people. Because I also feel that Toastmasters are from many states. Every state must be having one of their folk dances. And obviously the 7 dances of India, 7 national dances are obviously there. In the end, dance and music in India has been there for centuries. It is not that actually in some texts we also invented dance, and it is ingrained in our mythology as well. So if you want to start talking about dance in India, it is going to be a long lecture on it. People study about it. We have degrees for it. So India and dances is a big topic of discussion. I would just say to conclude, though we are celebrating Republic Day, there's so much to celebrate in India as well. People forget because we take it for granted. Ab India hi India hai. Okay. And everybody thinks that the culture abroad is good. We think the culture in India should also be great because it is great. Anyway, I'll conclude on this topic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for letting me conduct the session. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritesh.
Thank you.
Just to add one thing, recently the Bhangra has been introduced in Disneyland as well, just last week.
Yes, I know, but I did not mention. Then they say he's blowing his own trumpet. Anyway.
I would just like to add one thing, since it is the Republic Day, so it is very important to realize that Republic means we are not under any monarchy and that the Constitution is supreme. So at the end of the day, that book is what we should live our life and what the law should be. So sometimes it might be disheartening to see things happen in life, but it also reassures when the court reestablishes every time an injustice by going back to the book again and again. So we should really take this republic idea close to heart and do our duty and vote and be a very aware citizen. Even if you're weak in GK, and also be an aware citizen, and and celebrate this Republic Day and this Republic word. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
True, Toastmaster Ira. Let's obey our own responsibilities very well, so that everyone should obey its. If everyone should obey its own responsibility, then we can have a better world to live in. In the meantime, let's thanks Toastmaster President Toastmaster Adesh for organizing such a beautiful table topics, and it was so engaging, and it was so better to know the India in a big umbrella. The topics were so engaging, and like the food which we get to know about, the different colors of food that we have, the different colors of dances, music, the economy front, and representing India in the whole world. So a beautifully organized Toastmaster Adesh. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Adesh. Moving forward in our today's meeting, in the meantime, let's have a beautiful picture, as we can see a beautiful screens on beautiful faces on the screens, and request Toastmaster Adesh, Toastmaster Darshan, and Toastmaster Drishya to be on video so that we can have a group picture and we can put it as a status of our social media groups. Toastmaster Adesh. I guess Toastmaster Adesh is not here. So let's wait. We can have a picture later. Let's let the Toastmaster Adesh also join up with us. Moving forward, want to conclude, not literally conclude, just want to add one more topic in my TMOD session. As our Toastmaster Priyanka has mentioned in the early of the meeting, that the parade that we see on the TVs, on the in the live in Delhi or on YouTube, for some of our for some who's not able to see, don't have the TVs and like cannot be able to see in live. So it was the most iconic thing that we see in on the Republic Day. So want to add that first parade was organized in 1950, and the first chief guest of that parade was President of Indonesia. He joined us and from Indonesia and have a good parade. And the pathway of the parade is like the parade start from the presidential house and Rashtrapati Bhavan, then it went to Rajpath, that is a Kartavya path, and it ends up in at the Red Fort. So it covers of around 9 kilometers, the whole path, and the participants of that parade has to do lots of practices, starting from and the practices start beforehand of around August or July previous year. So they have to do lots of practices so that it should be as precise as possible, and they do a lot of training. So we see lot of parades, we see lot of individual state tableaux, and we see motorbikes and the favorite one, the fly pass that we see during the parade. So it was very beautiful to watch the parade. I somehow not able to attend it live, but I definitely will join the parade once in a lifetime. And I'm sure most of us has attended, as we live in Delhi, most of people, so they have attended, as Toastmaster Priyanka has attended live, and who else has attended it live? Oh, Toastmaster Ira has attended it, and okay, so in our today's meeting, too, have attended it live, and definitely want to hear the experience of that live moment when you see the parade live. But because of time, we'll hear it after the meeting if he stays back. So just want to conclude the let's move the meeting forward, and I'd like to call upon our general evaluator for the evaluations of the meeting. So over to you, Toastmaster Rajesh, for the evaluations.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritesh, for inviting me once again. Now, I would like to call upon our first evaluator, Toastmaster Ira. Toastmaster Ira, you can evaluate the speech of
sorry,
Toastmaster. Okay.
Sorry, there was a technical glitch, so I took a little time.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh, for giving me the opportunity. I am here to evaluate Toastmaster Disha's speech. Immediately brought in the attention of the wandering attention of the audience, and started the speech with that. There was a good use of vocabulary. This idea, the speech idea, unbelievable was rooted, speech tool, which immediately took us to the core of the message, where we are uh, caught in a prison because of our thoughts, and how she categorically proceeded to give the points and then the solutions to the 3 points which she talked about not wanting to face fear, overthinking, etc. So these are very good. The organization of the speech was very well done. I found the interaction with audience was also very nice. When she had asked in the beginning, she asked the question, and around the end also she again asked the question and asked everybody to type in the answer. That was a very good way to again engage and keep your audience attention on you. There were, however, certain places where things could have been improved. She had asked me to look into her voice modulation and eye contact. In the eye contact area, I found, because the camera was lower than her face, she was constantly looking down, which was not giving a very pleasant experience to listen, because it felt like she's looking down at you or reading something, which was not the case, because obviously she was speaking from the heart, but because of the camera position, it felt like that. Second thing was pauses. Certain places she was rushing through, and certain places she was pausing, but the pause was not dramatic enough. So there has to be a pause that breaks between one idea to the other, or adds drama to what you are telling. For example, when she talked about comfortable, secure, attachment, these words, she could have just drawn on the words a little bit more to make it more dramatic. Now, another thing which I would like Toastmaster Drishya to do is to ensure her audio before starting, because when she started, there was a slight reduction in volume, and then it picked up. So just ensure your volume, your audio is on point, and then start. Another thing which I found was a little which took away from her speech was her excessive use of word gonna, shoulda. These are very informal terms. So when you're using these, it takes away from your speech, from your content. So if you're giving something, if your speech style is something like, yo, hi, I'm being very informal, then it's very fine. But if you're coming in somewhere in the formal line, then try to avoid gonna and should going to, or something like that. All in all, a very good speech. I would not say that she did not get her act together. I think she got her act together. But if you want to really challenge yourself, then quickly ensure that you are not falling into the trap of gonna, shoulda, woulda, and ensure that you have proper eye contact with your camera coming up. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Rajesh.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Ira, for this wonderful evaluation. Now I would like to invite our role players. Now a counter, Toastmaster Shuraj. Can you please share us a counter report?
Yeah, thank you, TM, General Evaluator, TM Rajesh. So I have written my report on a paper, and the reason is that it will take time to update my numbers on the screen, so that's why I written on the paper, right? And so let me start with TM Ritesh. TM Ritesh used I would say 7 times, that 2 times, and multiple times, so 4 times. TM Rajesh 3 times and 5 times. TM I didn't find any repeated word, pauses, and sounds in TM when TM Rajesh spoke. And next is TM Drishya. I found Team Drishya used and so many times. And other word is that she used 4 times. The next is TM Priyanka. TM Priyanka used and 5 times. Other than she didn't use any repeated word and sounds and repeated words, pauses and sounds. Next is TM Ira. She used 5 times, then 2 times, become 2 times. Next is TM Darshan. He used 3 times and so 2 times. Now next is last TM Pramod. TM Pramod used and 7 times, 2 times. So this is my report as a age counter. Over to you, general evaluator.
Okay. Thank you, Counter Toastmaster Suraj, for your detailed evaluation. Now, I would like to call upon our grammarian Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, G. It's perceptible from each of our expression that we all love our nation from bottom of our heart. And the key learnings which we have learned today, we will try to get together. Coming to grammarian report. So I'm just sharing my screen. So the word of the day used by TM Drishya, TM Ritesh, TM Adesh, TM Ira, and by me also. Some good usage we can saw on the screen: drafting, intensity, dominance, ideology, guard of honor, enigma, mythology, unbreakable, diversified, top-notch, iconic. There are few grammatical errors which I would like to point out. Just a moment. Yeah. So the one of the Toastmaster used having schedules also. So having will not be used over here. It should be have schedule also. Second, it is the lengthiest constitution. So it is a lengthiest constitution. There will be some problem. There was some problem because it happened already in the past when we are talking about network issue. It is being decorated problem. It was decorated problem. I feel that we are talking about the past and we are using the present tense in our conversation and discussion. So be careful about the present and past tense. And one Toastmaster was using very you are using as a normal, like you are adding very along with every adjective, like every very beautiful, very much. So don't use very. It's a degree. So be careful while you are using the word very. So one person used in the early of the meeting. It's not right. In the initial part of the meeting or starting of the meeting. So I hope you'll also work upon your grammar, and that's my report. Over to you, journal evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for giving us detailed report. Now, I would like to call upon our today's timer, Toastmaster Darshan. Over to you, Toastmaster Darshan.
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. I'll share the screen to share the reports. Please do give me a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Okay. So, what are the tag team? The introduction that Toastmaster Darshan I spoke for about 2 minutes 20 seconds in my introduction. Toastmaster Suraj, the R counter, spoke for 1 minute 10 seconds, and in evaluation he spoke for 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Priyanka Verma, the language evaluator, spoke for 2 minutes 38 seconds in the introduction and 2 minutes 40 seconds in the evaluation. The only speaker that was Toastmaster Trisha spoke for about 6 minutes 40 seconds, and for evaluator Toastmaster Ira spoke for 3 minutes 28 seconds. She was just in the contention to win. And in the impromptu speakers, Toastmaster Pramod took a bit far and he was in the red category of 3 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Ira spoke for 1 minute 52 seconds. Toastmaster Priyanka 2 minutes 22. Toastmaster Suraj 1 minute 30 seconds. I Darshan spoke for 2 minutes 40 seconds, and Toastmaster Rajesh spoke for 1 minute 48 seconds. Everybody was in the green zone, but what I suggest for the impromptu speakers is that we have to take care of the organization of thoughts in which we build as what we have to speak and what not we have to speak. I what usually use the Oreo approach as the OREO. When I get a topic, I use that O is for opinion, R is for the reason, E is for the example, and then again O for the opinion, then I conclude. So if we use this way, we can have the time in our thoughts that yes, we have an organized thought, what we have to speak about topic, and we can use that approach. And what I suggest more is that when the concerned person was on the stage, some of us have been without taking the permission, we were about to speak, like I want to say something and I want to say, so this makes interruptions in the meeting. So I suggest that whatever anyone has to say, first take a raise of hands and shall I go with this, or just ask the concerned person who is there at the virtual stage, who's there at the screen, whether it is TMOD or TTM or GE. If you want to say something, just raise of hands, and then it's the duty of the concerned person that you have only 1 or 2 minutes to share your thought. Not as we are taking for length or 3 minutes, we're talking for 5 minutes. It is good in Toastmasters meeting that we have to share our thoughts, but it's also the duty of the concerned person that whatever the time that he has, like it's 8:50 night right now, so I have to conclude at 9 p.m. That is a really important thing. We have to take care of the note that whosoever the concerned person shall take a note of it. Whether you have to speak it, you have to speak it for 1 minute or maximum of 2 seconds if you are not the speaker at that time. And with this, I encourage the club to take the note on time, and I hand over the stage back to Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Darshan, for showing us a detailed report regarding time. So now I would like to give feedback according to my perspective. So I will start with evaluator, our first evaluator, Toastmaster Ira. So Toastmaster Ira, you gave a beautiful evaluation to Toastmaster Disha. You talked about camera adjustment, you talked about pauses, you talked about audio reduction, you talked about pronunciation, for example, gonna, shoulda, this kind of things. So I think in future meeting, it will be really very informative to Toastmasters Disha. Thank you, Toastmaster Ira, for giving very detailed report to our today's speaker. So thank you for that. And can we clap for our today's evaluator? Okay. So now I would like to give feedback to our today's Toastmaster of a day, which is Toastmaster Ritesh. So in today's meeting, Toastmaster of a day, Toastmaster Ritesh has done very wonderful role. Toastmaster Ritesh has done each and everything very nicely. He asked introduction of our new Toastmasters and guest as well. So that very that was very beautiful. So now I would like to give commendation to Toastmaster Ritesh as a T-mode. So Toastmaster Ritesh, as your theme was very informative. You talked about like in Republic Day. It was really very wonderful and important as well. You have given us very important, valuable topic, and even I'm not that much good in history, even though I got very beautiful points by your today's theme. And it was really very informative for me because I'm not that much good in history. And I got very valuable points from you, from our today's Toastmaster of the day. And as you managed each and everything, because our president were not there, and you managed each and everything, and that was very very good. We clap for you. So only one thing I would like to give as a recommendation. You can revise two or three times when you will do role as a team mode in future. Okay, so it will seems more good. Although you told us each and everything very nicely as a team mode. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Ritesh. And now I would like to give my feedback towards our role players, Toastmaster timer, Toastmaster Darshan. Toastmaster Darshan shared us each and every his report very nicely. In beginning, he talked about theme. It was very nice when he was introducing his timer report. So, Toastmaster Darshan, you missed only one time when you were giving that, when you were showing that timing reports, and I think Toastmaster Pramod was there. So I think okay, in future meeting, it's try to focus on that. It's good. Okay. So now I would like to give my feedback to Toastmaster Suraj as a counter. Toastmaster Suraj has elaborated his report very nicely. He noted all filler words very nicely of all participants. So one kind of recommendation from my side to you, Toastmaster Suraj, in future meeting, please try to show that report to us through screen share. It will be more helpful for us because we can see how we can see more clearly. Okay. So if I talk about Toastmaster Priyanka, he was playing the role of grammarian. Toastmaster Priyanka, in starting of the meeting, you talked about your role very nicely. You gave us word of the day and idiom of the day. You have noted all good uses of a word and bad uses of word. That was very good. And today I do not have any kind of recommendation for you, Toastmaster Priyanka, but in future, definitely I will find. So now I would like to give feedback to table topic master, Toastmaster Adesh. Toastmaster Adesh, your topics were very informative. For example, Digital India, National Animal, and National Bird. And there were also your topics that it was really very informative for each and every participant. And one more and second thing is you appreciated each and every participant after his or her impromptu speech. It was really very much awesome. We all felt very much good and motivated. And you also talked about that topic that was really awesome. So third thing, you asked participants, you gave chance to participant whether that participant wants easy topic or we can say GK topic. So it was also very helpful for me and also for other participants. And you asked people about favorite food. That was also very good. I was like we all were able to we can say connect with you and connect with that foods. So I was missing sahi paneer. I was missing parathas. Even I eat parathas every next day. My mother, she cooks me in morning. She cooks and she gives to me. And that time I was missing shahi paneer and paratha. It was really very wonderful. So as a TTM, I do not have any kind of recommendation for you. But as a president, I have a as a president, you motivated us. You always motivate us. You always helping participants to grow new things, and you gave opportunity to all of us to learn new things. So one kind of recommendation I have for you, in today's meeting, you were not on time, and our SA was missing our president. And so I was the sergeant at arm of today's meeting, so I was missing you. I was missing with whom I should hand over to stage. So in future meeting, please try to come on time and join on meeting. So these are the feedback for all participants. So can we clap for all role players and speakers participants? Back to you, our president, Toastmaster
Thank you
Adesh.
so much, Toastmaster Rajesh. Now I have got a full rating that I was 5 minutes late. Anyway, thank you. I will keep it in mind from the next time and hope my internet doesn't die on me. Let's take the
So-
feedback from our guests while we are complying the results for the awards. I would just say it was a really nice session overall. Let's start with Toastmaster Ira. Any feedback for the meeting? Anything you would like improved or something like that? Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adesh. I enjoyed this meeting. It was really very nice. Toastmaster Ritesh did a very good job of, holding the whole meeting together, despite the many fires that were coming along his way, and he was putting them out. So one has to do the job to know how difficult it is. But he did it very well. And also the table topic section was very, very engaging. And because of the intimate setup we have, we were able to have a lot of it more conversational rather than a very, structured table topic scenario. So I really enjoyed that. And that is a benefit which I seem to find in Zoom sessions, which is not so much there in the the physical world. Because physical world, you come, you go to the stage, you speak, and you come back. So if you have a second thought, you have to curb your enthusiasm and keep it down. But over here, gave us the opportunity, so that really alivened the meeting. So I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ira, Toastmaster Darshan. I really enjoyed the feedback. First time we are getting feedback from the timer in the meeting. And I really liked your approach on Oreo. I'll keep it in mind. I never heard that approach before, but it was really interesting to know it. And Toastmaster Darshan, please do give your feedback for today's meeting.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mr. President. And with with Wave to Lead, I've been associated since 1.5 years. As a Toastmaster Karthik Bhatia was a coach, and he was my mentor also, and still we are in touch with it. And what I saw at that time, the club was not up to the mark, but what I believe is that right now we are going at the full flow. And I really appreciate and commend to all the people out there, all the members of the club, that we have actually gone from like nowhere to there, and we are achieving a lot of things. In the DCP goals, which I see you have got 6 or 7, I believe, and which is a really good thing. Let's applause for the Wave to Lead team. It's a really commendable thing, and really appreciate to what the Toastmaster Karthik has told me, that where the club was and where it is now. Some of the areas which I think the club can also take a new leap is that the briefings of the role players before the meeting and the duration that we got of a week. Let us use the whole week, every day or whatever the days we have, whatever the time we have. Let us brief the role players that whatever you have to do in the meeting. Let us have a dry runs and briefings of all the role players, whether it is a speaker or evaluator or auxiliary role player or whosoever is there. Have the briefings of it, and the timing is a really issue, that we are actually starting on the time or ending on the time, and everybody should present. Just give the just give the bracket and frame of 5 to 6 minutes. After that, you have to join it. Like, people joining late in the meeting should be uh, have to compensate on something. What we did in the Central Toastmasters, and this is how we build the discipline and confidence in the people. So what I see is that Wave to Lead can go really big and can achieve a lot of heights.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Darshan. Thank you so much. Anyway, for now, the president was late, so I can't say anything to my members today that they should be on time. But I would just say that Weave to Lead has come a long way. We have had presidents before. There was Manan, who was the previous president. Then before that, we have Himani. you have been a member since Karthik's time, so that means it has been, I was not a member at that point of time. So it has changed a lot, and we are continuing that. We are the only club in the area who is online. We have not done a hybrid setup. So that's why of
I
course,
can suggest we have to lead.
sure, sure. Our
I will
VP
share.
membership will be in touch.
Yeah, sure. Thank
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Pramod, if you can give us a feedback, then we'll just do the award session, and Toastmaster Drisha. Are you there?
Yeah, I am there.
Yeah. Any feedbacks for today, or are actually getting late? Thank you so much, Toastmaster.
Active as well today.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Toastmaster Drisha has joined us many times. I think now she is also like a temporary member. Toastmaster Drisha.
I think, yes, I quite much agree with you because now it's like my second club, I would say. In the online mode, the first club, but yeah, in Toastmasters, I would say the second club. But yes, I would have to say that every time I join in the meeting, there is something new that I learn, whether it is the word of the day, whether it is some new vocabulary, or whether it's the Oreo technique that has been taught today by Toastmaster Darshan. So I think a pretty good safe space that every week you can come on and count on and of course learn new things. So yes, a big kudos to all the members of Beef to Lead and all the role players of course.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Drisha. Toastmaster Ritesh, can you take a group picture today, and then we'll have the
Yeah.
award ceremony?
I was just waiting for it. My hands are on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shortcut keys to take a
Yeah, obviously we are using this virtual background. Might as well get to use it. Right?
Yeah, it looks so beautiful, on the screen of having the same background. So let's make some poses. Any suggestions from the audience?
Poses every day. It is the same design. I'm
Poses?
also tired with our
Okay.
Instagram about the same. We can do this. Salute.
Yeah, that's. So, Toastmaster Darshan. Yeah, best. Let's have a big smile on our faces, celebrating the 74th Republic Day. And yes. TM Priyanka, you can there's the different hand, I believe. Yeah, yes. So we can have a TM Drishya also, we can have the different hand.
Right.
Yeah, that's best. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, with a big smile. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the poses. Over to you, Toastmaster Adesh.
Okay, Toastmaster Tesh, do share the screens. First of all, we have the award for the best table topic speaker. Any guesses? They were very nice table topics done today. Any guesses from your side?
I think TM Era.
And Toastmaster Rajesh, you have guessed, sorry, Toastmaster Suraj, you have guessed totally right. Toastmaster Ira, you are the best table topic speaker for the day. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Trisha, though we could not have a best speaker because you were the only speaker, but I will say you were the best speaker of the day. So yes.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the best auxiliary role player. So best auxiliary role player of the day. Any guesses? It was a very close fight.
I think TM
Timer.
Darshan.
It is TM Darshan. So it is very rare in Toastmasters that the timer wins the auxiliary role player. So that is a huge round of applause, right? It is extremely rare. I will tell you that. I've been in Toastmasters a long time. So yes, timers really rarely win, but Toastmaster Darshan, you did an exceptional job today. Last but not least, the best role player. Any guesses? Because he had to make his own certificate today, so he deserves a round of applause. Toastmaster Ritesh, our team out of the day, is the best role player.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much. The EC might stay back. Thank you so much to our guests who were there, and I hope you had a wonderful time with these people.
Thank you
we're
so
looking
much.
forward
Really
to join us next time also. So
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Good night.
Good night. Have a
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Good night.
Toastmaster Priyanka, can you just stay back?
I guess Toastmaster Priyanka has left the meeting.
Yes, Toastmaster Priyanka is also. Okay, as the EC, we are very, very lagging behind on our social media as well as on our posters. Toastmaster Ritesh is doing a very good job, but with the posters are very, very late.
Yeah.
And Toastmaster Mohit obviously is not able to do them at this point of time.
Actually,
He-
Toastmaster Mohit has, he has only pinged me the poster last night, and because of some reason, he's not able to join the meeting. So yeah.
So our promotion is not going on well. We only are 10 members already, and Toastmaster Ruchi is not going to join us for a long time now. Maybe she might continue in the next session, maybe she not. Okay, so we have to have our media presence done. I would like ideas from Toastmaster Suraj and Rajesh. As you both, Toastmaster Suraj, are you working right now? Like, are you working or are you between jobs? What is the
No. Currently, I'm completely unemployed. You can say बेरोजगार.
Oh, ऐसे थोड़ी ना बोलते हैं.
Looking for more opportunities.
Looking for more opportunities in between jobs. We are like, वो वाला थोड़ा fancy हो जाओ.
अभी मैं सोच रहा हूँ मैं थोड़ा कम्युनिकेशन खराब है तो 2-3 महीने के बाद मैं विल स्टार्ट पढ़ाना स्टार्ट करूंगा.
The education sector only या कहीं और? Like क्या scenario चल रहा है?
अभी लेट्स सी देखते हैं कितना इम्प्रूव करते हैं देन कहाँ जाना है फिर उस हिसाब से डिसाइड कर लेंगे.
कैट कूट का सोच लो, ऐसे कर लो फिर.
हाँ वही कुछ करूंगा. अभी मैं लगता है मेरा बेसिक थोड़ा कमजोर है तो मैं उसको पहले अच्छे से करूंगा फिर मैं जॉब भी साथ में ढूंढूंगा.
चलो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. टोस्टमास्टर सूरज, आई थिंक आप टोस्टमास्टर देश की हेल्प कर सकते हैं हमारा इंस्टाग्राम पेज करने में.
हाँ या श्योर.
बिकॉज हमारा सोशल मीडिया इतना खराब है कि लोगों को पता ही नहीं है कि वीव टू लीड नाम की चीज है कि नहीं. हमारे एरिया में एक ही क्लब चलता है, दैट इज दिल्ली टोस्टमास्टर्स, और कोई क्लब नहीं चलता. वीव टू लीड भी हम बेयरली सर्वाइव कर रहे हैं एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद द ईसी. इट्स लाइक अ मूवमेंट ऑफ ट्रूथ वाला सिनेरियो. शुक्र है हम चारों ने वो हमारा वो ट्रेनिंग सेशन अटेंड कर लिया था किसी तरह. टोस्टमास्टर रितेश डिड इट. थैंक गॉड दैट डीसीपी गोल इज ओवर. But otherwise, it was not going to be achieved this time. It was like कि बस barely made it वाला scenario है. And our members are not taking up speaker roles. भाई लेवल भी कंप्लीट करनी है. लेवल 2 तक कोई पहुंचे तब जाके वो 2 डीसीपी कॉल खत्म होगी.
I was checking through the portal कि कितने लोग level 1 पे है, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So was going through all this. So Priyanka ने actually बताया था कि she needs one mentor for level 5 speech.
मेंटर ढूंढना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. लेवल 5 के लिए डीटीएम ही चाहिए होगा. ठीक है, निधि से बात करनी पड़ेगी. वो निधि से बात करते हैं प्रियंका के मेंटर ढूंढने के लिए.
मैंने पूछा था प्रियंका से उसके टाइम पे, बट लेट्स सी कि मैं निधि से एक बार कनेक्ट करता हूं तो फिर if I get some.
प्रियंका का लेवल 5 खत्म करवाते हैं. वी नीड वन डीसीपी फ्रॉम हर. आप दोनों बताइए जी, सूरज एंड राजेश जी, कि आपका लेवल 2 खत्म कराएं, आपका डीसीपी को खत्म.
Actually, yeah, I'm planning for my speeches in upcoming.
हमारा न्यू ईयर रेजोल्यूशन क्या था जी? टोस्टमास्टर सूरज, नो लाइकी. थक गया मैं लाइकी सुन के. ठीक है ना, नहीं लाइकी नहीं करना है.
कॉन्शियस हो जाओ लाइकी. इट्स जस्ट के वो हटाई दो अभी.
वोकैबुलरी नहीं है लाइकी. ओके. So for now, टोस्टमास्टर सूरज और राजेश, आप दोनों ने अपना डीसीपी लेवल 2 पे पहुंचना है. ओके. टोस्टमास्टर मनन is running very busy these days. तो मेंबरशिप वाले का भी हम चारों को ही संभालना पड़ेगा. We are getting requests for membership because people are finding an online club easier to assess. बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को ये easy लग रहा है कि online club
Got a
join कर.
good feedback from Ira actually.
हाँ, it was a really good feedback. I also like Darshan's feedback. बहुत अच्छा feedback था
Yeah,
भाई.
Darshan's feedback
audio.
is good. Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
And
But
he was a previous member also. तो ऐसी बात नहीं है.
let's
अभी के लिए
post Republic Day pictures on our social media handles. Let's see how the
नहीं,
things.
मेरा भी लगा देना. मैंने भी टेबल टॉप पे जीता है. कहीं वो भी प्रमोट हो जाए कि हाँ
अरे
यहाँ पे टेबल टॉप
बिल्कुल
होती है.
कि
यार
पूरा
हाँ,
प्रमोशन
तो मतलब किसी तरह से प्रमोशन जारी रखो बिकॉज अभी डिवीजन लेवल भी होगा. लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस इन दैट. वी हैव टू बी वेरी पीपल आर डूइंग सो मच. अगर कोई लाइक सपोजिटली कोई किसी की कहीं अच्छी एडमिशन हो जाती है, किसी की नई जॉब लग जाती है, किसी का बर्थडे है, किसी की एनिवर्सरी है, सब जगह पे नया पोस्टर बनाते हैं वो लोग. एंड ऐसा कोई बंदा नहीं है अगर वो छोटा सा भी. हम तो अपने विनर्स का भी पोस्टर नहीं बनाते, हम बस उनका सर्टिफिकेट बनाते हैं. लोग तो उसका भी पोस्टर बना रहे हैं. मतलब इतना ज्यादा लोगों ने
डेडिकेशन चाहिए पूरा प्रॉपर एक कि हाँ भाई पोस्टर्स का ये कुछ भी हो देन जस्ट
मतलब एक बंदा उस पे चाहिए बिकॉज आई एम वर्किंग, यू आर ऑल्सो वर्किंग. हम दोनों के लिए तो बस वी आर जस्ट मैनेजिंग द क्लब एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. एंड जिनके लिए वर्क नहीं है लाइक राजेश एंड सूरज, इफ यू स्टेप अप राइट नाउ, obviously it's going to help you in your next election when you go
इलेक्शन also plus self development बहुत होगा. यानी कि I can see myself कि मैं when I joined the club I hardly take up the auxiliary role players now. लेकिन अभी इस पे आके then self development it was great.
नहीं, I loved Rajesh today bhai as a general evaluator.
Yeah,
Big kudos to you.
he is doing so much.
मतलब I really liked your evaluations today. It is such an improvement from the last time which I heard you as a general evaluator. So it was really
मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम था जनरल इवैल्यूएटर. मेरा फर्स्ट टाइम था.
नहीं, even I think Suraj you are also doing a very good job. Vocabulary आगे से बहुत improve हो गई आपकी.
Yeah,
तो ये बात है.
right. Actually, right now what I'm doing as my whole day, I just watch English movies and eat foods and travel. That's I all do.
That's great. Because people, if you put so much of effort in it, obviously it is going to improve.
Yeah, right.
Now, what issue I am facing at this point of time, our membership, VP membership and VP PR are busy. They are very busy, or they are not up to the mark. Matlab they are not. They may be sick. Like Toastmaster Mohit is running sick. Okay, so we need to, as 4 of us, we need to step up, and we don't have a secretary.
Right.
I was going to ask Priyanka that Priyanka, you have to come as a secretary now because हमारे पास और कोई बंदा ही नहीं है. Clear? Okay, तो हमें secretary भी बनाना है. अब कई क्लब्स ने क्या शुरू करा है, नया ट्रेंड बता देता हूँ. टोस्ट मास्टर्स में आइटनरी निकालना शुरू कर रखा है उन्होंने. एवरी क्लब इज टेकिंग आउट एन आइटनरी. दिस टाइम पे इतना होगा, ये सेशन होगा, ये होगा, ये होगा, ये होगा. लाइक दर्शन वाज सेइंग कि आपको रोल प्लेयर्स इतने प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं लग रहे. तो वही है, लाइक एवरीबडी शुड हैव दैट रोल प्लेयर चार्ट विद देम. वी विल बी सेंडिंग इट आउट. डू यू रिमेंबर हिमानी के टाइम होता था ये. हिमानी यूज्ड टू डू दिस एंड ज्योति यूज्ड टू सेंड देम आउट. बट वही वाला सिनेरियो अब नहीं कंटिन्यू हो रहा है. प्लस मुझे ये बताओ भाई, कोई न्यू मेंबर्स वाला कोई सिनेरियो किसी को पता हो? बिकॉज मनन से मेरी बात नहीं हुई है अभी. एनी न्यू मेंबर व्हिच वी नीड?
न्यू मेंबर को इसने ज्वाइन करने के लिए क्या? एनी गेस्ट हैज बीन कन्वर्टेड टू मेंबर? नो आइडिया.
अच्छा, दृश्या से बात करो कि लाइक ये वो इस साल अगर वो ऑनलाइन क्लब में चाहती है तो व्हाई नॉट जॉइन इन द मार्च साइकिल. ओके, टॉक टू दृश्या बिकॉज आई थिंक शी माइट गेट कन्वर्टेड. Drisha, it would be a very good addition. She is an excellent speaker in the club.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
And आर्यन जी को भी बोल दीजिए कभी मीटिंग लगाने आ जाइए.
आर्यन तो पता नहीं किधर रहता है वो तो.
मतलब वो भी ना बस अलग ही सिनेरियो में चल रहे हैं आजकल. ठीक है ना.
अरे he is just giving speeches. He is not at all interested for the taking up some different roles for some evaluation.
Not at all interested. That is what he is not regular with that thing. Plus he did not give his international speech contest speech यार. मतलब मेरे को तो इतना बुरा लगा. इतना अच्छा स्पीकर है हमारा. हम कुछ वहाँ पे स्पीच
वो आया ही नहीं क्या?
आया ही नहीं.
ये आर्यन एंड टीएम मनन
दोनों ही नहीं आए. अगर मैं ना होता वहाँ पे तो वीव टू लीड की तो ये बेइज्जती होती कि इनका तो बंदा ही नहीं पहुंच सकता एक कंपटीशन.
अनन्या कौन? TM
Manan.
Manan
Yeah.
Manan also
नहीं
could
था
not
क्या?
make it, and Aryan also could not make it.
Oh.
I was in both contests, thank God. We were there with some person there. But I'm just saying that कि मैं अपने जॉब में से मैंने अपने बॉस को बोला मेरे क्लास मत लगाना 11:15 से 1 बजे कि मैंने वहां पे स्पीच दी। मेरे स्टूडेंट्स मुझे देख रहे हैं आज जैसे क्या हो गया, ये पता नहीं कहाँ से इंग्लिश इतनी झाड़ रहा है, केमिस्ट्री हमारी जान लेता है।
चल रहा है।
बट वही वाला सिनेरियो है, वी आर एट अ वेरी क्रूशियल पॉइंट, हमारे मेंबर्स नहीं बचने वाले। ओके, और 8 मेंबर चाहिए टू दिस क्लब टू सर्वाइव। ओके, एंड वही है अभी, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर हैविंग दिस मीटिंग एट दिस पॉइंट। आई नो दैट यू ऑल हैव टू गो, बट ये हमें मौका मिलता है ये करने के लिए, तो मैं तभी कर रहा हूँ ये आपके साथ।
Right.
सूरज एंड राजेश माइट आपको थोड़ा बहुत स्टेप अप करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज अगर हम वो कलेक्टिवली करेंगे तो हो पाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं। एक हमारी वेबसाइट है जो मोहित ने बना तो दी थी, बट उसका कोई चल नहीं रहा है कुछ। ओके, तो वो वेबसाइट के अच्छा, लिंक्डइन पे कौन कौन है आप? आई थिंक तीनों ही हो ना लिंक्डइन पे?
Yeah, I am LinkedIn.
मैं किसी भी उसमें नहीं।
I'm not active member. Like I just like
I am
the
active.
profile then.
There was also one thing I want to discuss. People have been putting small shots on LinkedIn कि मतलब how to improve this, what is our word of the day, वो वाले सिनेरियो पे चल रहा है। Okay?
Toastmasters में? Okay.
हमें एक मीटिंग करनी है ईसी के साथ, मतलब एज एन ईसी हमने मीटिंग करनी है। मे बी इट इज ऑन 28, मे बी इट्स ऑन 29 जनवरी। ओके, सैटरडे संडे में से एक दिन आप चूज कर लो, जिस whichever day you want. We need to discuss the entire EC plan for the next 3-4 months. Okay, हमारे मार्च में आ रहे हैं रिन्यूअल्स, और जैसा सिनेरियो चल रहा है रिन्यूअल मुझे लग रहा है हम जारी करेंगे।
Right.
कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा गेस्ट,
वो वाली
गेस्ट को आना
और
चाहिए।
आर्यन को साथ रितेश डू गेट इन टच विद आर्यन कि क्या सिनेरियो है तुम्हारा। चलो रुचि ने ये तो बोल दिया कि वो नहीं आ रही।
रुचि के साथ मैंने कॉल, मतलब उसको कॉल भी करा था, बट
आर्यन का क्या है सीन? मनन के साथ तो बात हो ही जाएगी, वो तो कोई लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस। बट अभी के लिए आर्यन के साथ ही इज आवर मेजर कंसर्न। आर्यन को हम पहले करें, फिर उसके बाद विल सी व्हाट हैपेंस। आज के लिए मीटिंग वाज वेरी सुपर्ब, एंड मेरे को तो लगता है ये जो बैकग्राउंड हमें मीटिंग के लिए करनी चाहिए। दिस वाज सच अ नाइस आइडिया।
किस चीज का? एक्चुअली मेरा नेट थोड़ा
मॉड करना चाहता है कि
नेट मेरा थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो रहा था।
हाँ रितेश, आई जस्ट वांट टू आवर सेइंग कि जो आपने जैसे इस बार थीम हमने रिपब्लिक डे डिसाइड कर ली थी और हम उसके ऊपर कर रहे थे, वही वाला टीम वर्क का अभी हम फॉर्म भी निकालने वाले हैं। फेब आने वाली है,
बाय सैटरडे में रिलीज कर दूंगा फॉर्म।
बिल्कुल आप फेब का पूरा फॉर्म निकाल दो कि क्या क्या है, किस तरह क्या है। नेक्स्ट जो फेब 1 की मीटिंग है, आई विल नॉट बी देयर बिकॉज आई एम बिजी विद एन इंटरव्यू राउंड। ओके, आकाश के इंटरव्यूज चल रहे हैं, सो वी आर बिजी, हमारी ड्यूटीज लगी हुई हैं, वी हैव टू टेक डेमोस दैट डे। ओके, सो फर्स्ट फेब आई एम नॉट अवेलेबल in any case scenario. Okay, so you might have to take the entire charge on next Feb. So because I have interviews lined up, पता नहीं क्या पढ़ाएंगे वो केमिस्ट्री में लोग भाई, पता नहीं। Anyway, but वही वाला सिनेरियो है, so I will not be available. आप वेडनेसडे को ये संभाल लेना क्लब, और राजेश इस बारी अगर वेडनेसडे को रितेश लेट हो जाता है उसे जरूर सुनाना, ठीक है ना? चलो, ओके, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर स्टेइंग बैक। हाँ, कोई और कुछ आपने किसी ने
मैं बोल रहा था कि हाँ, जैसे एज अ सा कि मेरे को ही मीटिंग स्टार्ट करनी पड़ेगी, तो मेरे को बता देना, मतलब वो आईडी और पासवर्ड।
रितेश इज देयर, आई विल नॉट बी देयर। ओके, इट इज 100%, मे बी आई जॉइन लेट 8-9 बजे शायद मैं ऐसे आ जाऊं, बट उससे पहले नहीं आ पाऊंगा।
हाँ, नेक्स्ट मीटिंग कौन स्टार्ट करेगा? रितेश आप स्टार्ट करोगे कि मैं करूं?
रितेश विल स्टार्ट, वीपी एजुकेशन विल स्टार्ट।
ठीक है, और वो जो सर्टिफिकेट्स होते हैं वो आप रितेश आप ही बनाओगे कि मैं बनाऊं? मतलब
आप बना लो राजेश, मैं आपको ये
मुझे सिखा देना कैसे कैसे करना। ठीक है, कल परसों जब टाइम मिलेगा उनको सिखा देना।
आज के सर्टिफिकेट ईरा और दर्शन को भेज देना रितेश।
हाँ हाँ, बट सर्टिफिकेट्स का एक्चुअली मेरे को पहले ये बना देते ना, शिल्पा बना देते ना।
हाँ शिल्पा से पूछ लो कि
हाँ।
क्या है समय एंड आज
अरे
शिल्पा भी
राजेश एक बार वो ले लो ना, शिल्पा से आप कनेक्ट कर लो, शी विल गिव यू एवरीथिंग कि
ठीक
क्या
है
क्या
ठीक है।
चीज़
हाँ
है।
मेरी बात हुई थी सुबह,
नहीं आ
मेरी
रही
बात हुई थी सुबह।
शिल्पा नहीं आ रही थी ना लाइक उन्होंने बताया था।
वो एक्चुअली मेरे
हाँ।
से बात हुई थी उनकी, वो शी इज डाइसी, लिटिल बिट डाइसी कि शी माइट ज्वाइन, शी माइट नॉट ज्वाइन। सो मैंने उनको
ठीक है
बोला
अगले हफ्ते तो आएंगी ही। चलो अगले हफ्ते देख लेना।
हाँ, बिकॉज वो उनका वही मीटिंग का चल रहा है, तो उन्होंने बताया कि लेट्स हाउ शी विल ज्वाइन इन द कमिंग मीटिंग, सो लेट्स
उनसे पूछते ना कि अगर कोई टाइमिंग का चेंज चाहिए तो उनसे एक बार पूछ जरूर लेना। एंड मे बी ऐसा भी हो सकता है क्योंकि कई हमारे वर्किंग वाले बंदे भी हैं, हम शायद टाइमिंग का थोड़ा बहुत चेंज कर भी सकते हैं, कोई पता नहीं अभी। ओके चलो और तो कुछ नहीं है आज
आप
के लिए।
कनेक्ट कर लो
टीटीएस को
राजेश
मत करना चेंज,
से।
टीटीएस को मत करना मतलब चेंज।
किसको?
क्या चीज़?
टीटीएस को ना मतलब अगर टाइमिंग चेंज करोगे ना तो टीटीएस में मत करना। टीटीएस
TTS क्या?
मेरी क्लास से होती है ट्यूसडे थर्सडे एंड सैटरडे।
अच्छा अच्छा
अच्छा
मैं
अच्छा
क्योंकि
अच्छा अच्छा
TTS क्या चीज है?
आई थॉट कि ये कोई रोल होगा।
टेबल टॉपिक
नहीं, नहीं।
है
हाँ, short
मतलब
form।
पता नहीं पोस्टमास्टर क्या ये TTS इतने साल हो गए कभी सुना तो नहीं TTS।
पहले नहीं स्कूल में बोलते थे टीटीएस मतलब ट्यूसडे
अच्छा
थर्सडे
अच्छा ठीक है मैं समझ
इस टाइम मत करना, इससे मतलब ऐसे इस दिन मत करना, मेरी क्लास से होती है।
नहीं नहीं ओके ओके ओके
न्यू vocab today.
नहीं नहीं आई एग्री भाई मतलब ना हेलो ओके देन गुड नाइट
गुड नाइट, बाय बाय।
गुड
Okay,
नाइट
bye bye, good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.